So Slow London was caught off guard. London was caught off guard by Chrisean, and I don't understand how everybody else was cooking. Once she sat up and started popping them knuckles, Lo should have just ran up out the room. It seemed like she wanted Chrisean attention so bad, she didn't care how she got it. So Chrisean gave her plenty of hands-on attention. Girl, you kept yelling. Then Chrisean started popping it even more, talking about time on time. Girl, I can't even tell time on my Cartier. How everybody else tells me saw it coming, but Lo London just did not see it. Everybody could smell what the rock was cooking. If that was a digital watch, girl, Chrisean probably couldn't tell the time on it either. So Lo London was walking around dazed and confused, and I understand because she was giving new meaning to third eye because it looked like baby girl had 3 additional eyes coming out the top of her head. So you got Chrisean roaming around like a lion that's ready to eat, and Natalie is standing in front of Lo London, not like she's trying to keep her back, but like she's trying to protect her. Now, Natalie, you know Chrisean was steamroll right through you. That wasn't the case because a whole nother rumble started breaking out. We had Rolly and Stunna Girl trying to get at each other again. They was ready for that round Chrisean two. Becomes possessed by some type of demon because she was sitting there with the security with the hair in her hand yelling, drag her, drag her, drag her, as if she was giving herself instructions. Then she kept yelling how she wasn't wasting no time. But girl, I thought you was just saying you was trying to work on your anger and keep your hands to yourself. I mean, that lasted how long? 5 minutes? So she started popping it to London because, you know, she just put hands on her. So she trying to talk her little ish, saying why is another girl concerned about her? And of course, Lo London is all confused, talking about, I thought she would have kept herself composed for that round 2. Girl, you thought? Rolly was ready for the round 2 because she said she was ready to give her the butt whooping that she was trying to get the first time. But Rolly, why you didn't give it to her last time when she was trying to get it? Rolly, she caught you lacking. You got your wig snatched and a drink through in your face. Now Stunna Girl is basically mocking you. If Poking a Bear was a person, it's definitely Stunna Girl. Stunna Girl, I can't feel sorry for anything Rolly do to you after this because you on her head. Speaking of being on somebody's head, DJ Sky Baby is all over Chrisean acting like she's her person. Coach. And don't say, oh, they just friends, because I heard some hot tea about these two. So Lo London's pride must have got the best of her because she went charging at Chrisean again. And I don't know what on earth possessed her to do that. And of course, it was short-lived, because security quickly came in and separated the two, and they both was hooping and hollering at security like, let me go, don't hold me, don't hold me. So DJ Sky started giving her another pep talk, and then Chrisean like, take off my chains, take off my chains. So of course her little henchman complied and started taking off all her chains and her jewelry. So Lo London is popping and telling Chrisean, oh, you just wanted to have a problem with me, you just wanted to have a problem with me. Girl, you the one started it, all in that woman's business. So Chrisean laid her on her back, of course, and then proceeded to start doing her hair. Now, I don't know if these were tape-ins or a sew-in weave, but Chrisean successfully uninstalled it with ease. And Lo London decided she had enough and got up from there and ran her tail upstairs. I am convinced that Chrisean becomes Then she went in the kitchen and started tossing stuff all off the counter. She was trying to flip a table, a glass table, over? I'm starting to think Chrisean needs an exorcist. She doing all this with her chest hanging out like she just got hands put on her. I'm confused. So Lo London, you know, she ran upstairs and started looking in her bag. Now, she was talking about this ain't no wig. I don't think she was looking for no laser glue or no got to be, but it was concerning me how deep she was in that bag. And child, why Biggie downstairs trying to argue with Stunna Girl along with Rolly? Like, Biggie, you just always gotta insert yourself in a situation. So all 3 of them was sounding stupid, talking about you scary, you scary. Y'all all being held up by security. Then Stunna Girl gonna tell Chrisean acting like she's her personal stylist, chambermaid. Girl, you are the babysitter, not the groomer. She running around looking like she's Chrisean's personal assistant. What you call it when a girl is acting like a pick-me to another girl? She was literally acting like one of those people after the boxers fight and they go over to their corner and they give them water and to their hands. Like, okay. You tried to pay security $300 to eat your cat. Now that caught me all the way off guard. The way Stunna was talking mess to Rolly, I swear she wanted her to eat her alive. So after spending some time getting herself back together, Lo London decides to come downstairs and show Chrisean who she is. And I just want to tell Lo London, girl, I don't think Chrisean is concerned. Chrisean main concern right now is Razor goes and get Lo London some ice. Now she leaves 2 cups of ice at the door. Now, girl, I don't need you reminding me how bad I got my butt whooped. Meanwhile, girl, are we cool? Do we have beef? I guess she wanted to know, do I gotta fight you too? Because both of them seem wild. And child, why Natalie setting up the couch like she ready to have another little sit-down meeting? Here come Razor being messy. Child, she started following Lo London around, telling her, you gotta get your lick back. Friend, you gotta get your lick back. Child, did you see her try to get her lick back twice and it didn't work? Lo London on the phone telling her peoples, girl, I'm in here get my ass whooped. While Razor steady yelling, get your lick back. You gotta get your lick back. Get somebody else to do it. I would have told her, girl, you go get it back for me. Then Lo London started complaining how she had to take off her nails. Ready? Girl, you could have left them on in there doing yoga and stretching. I mean, at this point, I wonder was Rolly second guessing everything. However, she was like, let the bull in, let the cow in. And child, they let Rolly in there and the fight was weak. It was real weak. It was not giving. So then it was Tommy time. Girl, you could have left them on because them hands wasn't doing nothing. After constantly telling her to get her lick back, Razor goes and get Lo London. Meanwhile, Stunna Girl is downstairs drinking Red Bull trying to get her wings and decide to give Rolly some. I don't know what Rolly gonna do when she get her hand on Stunna Girl, but I know it won't be pretty. Girl, Rolly had Red Bull rolling down her cheeks like she was crying. I'ma start calling Stunna Girl the bartender because she's definitely serving drinks. So Tommy finally get there and Biggie is all excited, jumping up and down like a damn puppy when she see Tommy come in. So Tommy is kind of confused because she's like, what is all this commotion going on? So she see that Rolly and Biggie is into it with Stunna Girl also. So Stunna Girl is sitting up in there with Miss Cat like that's her little babysitter. Miss Cat, stop trying to make this girl problems yours. So Stunna Girl is like, they all talk, and Stunna Girl acting like she really about that life. Because she's like, if Rolly shut up, they'll let us fight. Like, she really trying to do this. So Chrisean come in there like she's the fight organizer and get everything situated and set up. So she did something right because they prepared to run fades. So everybody with the business right now. Rolly getting ready. You got Stunna Girl in there. Came in there. This girl was giving punches. She was doing right hooks, uppercuts. You can tell Tommy been around the prison yard scrapping. And then Rolly gonna try to come in and get her some more licks in. Girl, you had your chance twice. Sit down, Rolly. So they in here running the fade. Tommy doing her thing, Stunna Girl doing her thing. And tell me how Rolly get hurt. Every time Rolly have a fight, she leaking. So right now, she's literally leaking body fluid all over the floor. Then they discover that she needs to go to the hospital to get stitches. Now, I don't know how it happened, but Rolly cut her butt on some glass. At this point, I think it's time for Rolly to just retire. Hang it up, Ma. They literally had Stunna Girl running fades back to back. And fighting Tommy seemed like it was a job. So while they trying to patch Rolly booty up to prepare to take her to the hospital, oh, Biggie is in there celebrating like she done did her big one. At this point, I want to see Biggie get down. Because all that talking you doing, I need to see, can you really back it up? So they send Rolly off to go get her butt sewed up. And Natalie got nerve to be talking about she mad. Girl, please, you know you live for this type of drama. Natalie is moist right now. Tell that to somebody like Scotland who might buy it. And that's exactly what they did. Because the next morning, her and Scotland had a little weak conversation in the kitchen. It was giving very much. Zeus was like, y'all go in there and just give a recap of everything. But the tea was actually brewing upstairs when Razor went into the room with Lo London and was like, hey, how you doing? And she was like, girl, I'm just ready to get up out of here. Razor was like, girl, you look good. You could tell she meant, girl, them knots went down on your head real good. I'm surprised because They was big as heck. So Lo London says she felt like she was ambushed for speaking her mind, which, I mean, in actuality, you were. That's what happened. In situations like this, it's best to keep your mind to yourself. And no, you are not tripping. She also has a splint on her finger. Now, in Lo London defense, she did say she's coming from living a good life right now, that she don't have all this trauma and drama, and she's not fighting her man every day. So this really caught her off guard. And I can understand, when you live in a soft life or a good life, or you just high vibrational, you can easily get caught off guard by some drama. But that's why you gotta stay ready. You gotta keep them eyes open and them ears peeled at all times, because you never know nowadays who is actually out here on demon time. Dude, you fighting them and they fighting you like you they traumas and they demons. So meanwhile, Rolly, Biggie, and Miss Cat is outside having a little fake conversation. They have to just get it in for Zeus. They rehashing everything that happened, talking about it. They basically sitting around like men do after a basketball game and talk about what happened during the game. But I tell y'all this, Miss Cat, you need to mind your own business. Rolly, you need to pipe down. And Biggie, shut up. I'm tired of hearing your mouth. Now, y'all, I don't know what Razor said to Lo London, but she came downstairs suited and booted like she was ready for Call of Duty Black Ops. So she was obviously ready for another round with Chrisean. And Chrisean was basically just standing there not saying nothing, and DJ Sky Baby was doing all the talking. So apparently when Lo London came downstairs, she tried to sneak Chrisean real quick, but it was a failed attempt. So now that she's suited and booted, she's trying to get to the root of the problem with Chrisean, which the problem began by you opening your mouth, not minding your business. So now you expecting Chrisean to go back and forth with you. So Stunna basically said she don't want nobody in her business and she don't want nobody telling her what to do. And then Rolly told her, well, I didn't have a problem with you. I just didn't like when you was threatening everybody. And Biggie's like, I didn't tell you what to do. I gave you constructive criticism and you couldn't take it. So I guess production was like, yeah, Biggie, your concerns is not really valid, so let's just wrap this up. And so you got Biggie in the kitchen crying, trying to make it all about her because she still has to go back and forth with you and have this mature conversation, which Chrisean is not about to have. Chrisean literally stood there and would not open her mouth, would not say nothing. She was basically ready to fight again. So somehow Natalie convinced all the girls to sit down and have a little powwow once again. So basically, Chrisean was telling Lo London how she didn't like the way she was talking to her, that she was talking to her like she was somebody's mama. And Lo London was like, it really wasn't like that. And how she really wanted to get to the bag. Now, once they started talking about getting to the bag, I guess that's what made both of them want to be in agreement with each other and decide to hug it out like two mature women. Now, I hope the other girls in the group can take note of that and, have that same type of mentality when it comes to having a problem with one another. So then they brought Stunna Girl out to speak her piece. And child, when they brought her out, I guess Rolly said, not this time. Whole time Stunna Girl was talking, Rolly had her hand on her wig. She said, you won't be snatching this one off. Girl, get over it. Like, stop trying to make this about you. I can't even tell y'all exactly what she said because I just cannot pay that type of energy any mind. So I guess on the next episode, Razor felt like it was about due for her to have some solid camera time. So she now has a problem with Scotland. Unproblematic, I don't want the smoke Scotland. And can you believe these two actually went at it? Yes, they had a little tussle. I can't wait to see how this plays out. Until next time, bye.